Our guest for tonight is none other than Mpho Malefane, and she's here to give us a powerful, powerful sermon. If we are in church, I was gonna say it's a sermon, but yeah, it's we are talking money today, guys, and she's gonna give us some powerful tips about how to make money, and most importantly, women in Forex. Women in Forex. So this is very, very interesting session today, guys. Please do not forget to invite all your friends, invite everyone, let them know that we are live here. And let's get started, guys. Hi, Mpho, how are you?
I'm very well, thanks. And how about you?
I am very well. Welcome home.
Thank you. Thank you
How
so
much
much.
you brought us for today?
It depends on how much you want.
All right, now, Christoph, let's get into it. Please introduce yourself. We've got our viewers here who want to know about you. They want to understand where your background, your introduction. How did you come about into this space? Please, you can go.
All right. Wow. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for the opportunity, Mr. Elson. Thank you. It's a privilege. It's indeed an honor to be hosted by you. Thank you so much for the invitation. I do not take it light or for granted. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And good evening to everyone watching us from all over the country, all over the world. Thank you so much for making the time and allowing us into your space. You know, without viewers, honestly speaking, there's no show, you know. So in our language, we would like to say reba tukalona. So thank you so much for making the time, allowing us, you know, into your space. And I'm sorry that we have to start at this time. I know that our host has already apologized, but I would like to apologize from my side as well. Just to say, please, I'm sorry that we had a few technical glitches. I think the fact that there's load shedding all over the country is just affecting us, you know, even though we are not really experiencing load shedding. So my name is Mpho. My name is Mpho Malefane. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, you know, and I'm a female Forex trader, and I'm a CEO, I'm a founder and a CEO of a company called Peculiar Wealth Empire. So yeah, in that company, what I normally do is that I can say I empower women. I empower women and I empower the youth of our country. That's just my passion, but that does not mean I don't empower men. But my calling is for women. So yeah, so that's what I normally do. You know, so that's just it. I just want to keep it as simple as possible, so that we can get into, you know, the dealings of the day. So yeah, thank you so much. I can't hear you. I can't hear you. Oh my God, this must not happen. I can't hear you. No.
Can you
Yes,
hear me?
yes. Now I can. Now I can.
All
Yes, I
right,
can.
no, Christoph. No problem. When did you start in the forex space, in the forex business? When did you start, and how did you get introduced to this market?
Wow. When did I start? Oh my God, that's a very that question. It might take some time. Hey, my journey in terms of forex started way back. I think around 2015. 2015, that's when my journey in Forex started, even though it was a roller coaster. Because when I got interested into Forex, I was still pursuing my career as an engineer. By qualification, if I may put it that way, I'm a mechanical engineer. So I did fitting and turning. I know how to use a lathe machine, drilling machine, grinding machine, you know. So that was just, yeah, that was my passion at that time. And for me, I had that understanding that for me to live the life of my dreams, I had to have a side hustle. And I grew up in a family where everyone is doing business, you know. And I remember when I was growing up, I told myself that, business is so stressful. I don't want to do business in my life. And then when you get to this corporate world, you get to realize that you earn 50,000 and that is it. You have to figure your way out in terms of your clothes, food, shelter, car, and all of that. I came to realization that no, I need a side hustle. I need to do something on the side, and that's where my journey started with Forex. I remember I was invited to in fact, I was scrolling on Facebook, and I think I saw George Speck or something about learn to trade. And at that time, I remember his course was 27,000 rands to learn how to trade. And I remember I spoke to my husband about it, that please, I would like to join this school. I'd like to register to be part of this school. And guess what? We managed to get the money, and I registered, to start Forex trading. That 27,000 went down the drain. I didn't learn anything. Once I paid the money, there were no classes. There were just stories after stories after stories. They told us about robots and all of that. Then since then, I met different mentors. I met people who will tell me I must pay them 3,000 rand. They'll teach me Forex. I must pay 5,000. I paid a lot of mentors who call themselves Forex mentors, if I may put it that way, and I lost money, and I ended up giving up, So so my journey started way back, until last year. In fact, as I was growing in the space, I remember I met Refwin Shaman. I met Refwin. I think that was around 2016. I think that was 2016, if I'm not mistaken. But I couldn't get hold of him. Like, I couldn't get through to him, but I could see. I started following him, and he just stirred that passion in me, not to give up, because the guy was doing very well, So he just stirred that thing up that, you know what, if you want to do Forex, you're in the right industry, but you just need to be connected to the right people, the right institutions, because ignorance can really cost a person some, so I don't know if I was ignorant or I was passionate. That's why I lost money. So I don't know if, I cannot say it's ignorant, because I was looking for knowledge. You understand? Because I understand that you can't trade without knowledge. For me, I can't give my son a car, not knowing very well my son cannot drive. You understand? So I needed to acquire the right knowledge. It's just that the doors that I was knocking at, they were wrong doors, if I may put it that way. Yes.
Wow, mentioning the likes of Greg Secker, those are the guys that, graced our land back in 2011, 2012. I remember when he was coming to South Africa with the flying helicopter advert. Yeah, it's been a journey. I mean, if you talk about those guys, his cost was 100,000, discounted to 27,000, 25,000. Yeah. So, you said you took that course, you enrolled into that course, and it
Yes.
didn't really work out for you.
Yeah. When we joined, I remember I recruited my brother. In fact, my uncle. I call him my brother. So I recruited him as well to to the class. In fact, they had that time I was staying in Pretoria, and they had what we call what is this, an event at Centurion Lake Hotel, and I attended that free. They have this free events where they'll present their stuff, how they do things, and all of that. Then that's where I attended the event, and then I got interested. Then when we got into the class, then they sold us something else. They sold us something else that is contrary to what was presented to us the first time we heard about this. And that one was like 97 or 100,000. It was like a robot or something, And for me, I didn't really want to trade using a robot. I wanted to get the skill. Yes, and so yeah, so that's where my journey, that's where my dream, that's where things just went south.
Christopher, this is a unique episode because we are talking to a woman here. We are talking to somebody who's involved in a male-dominated industry. How do you find it, and why did you choose into this industry? It's male-dominated, I can tell you. Very few women are in this space. You wonder, is it because of the pains that we go through in this industry, or is because women are not really interested? Tell us more about that.
Yeah, I think not that women are not interested. I think women don't have the knowledge or the understanding of what Forex is, and maybe they don't really have the time or the interest. And because they don't see other women doing it, I think maybe that's what maybe does not give them that interest. And another thing for me, engineering was a male dominated industry. When I remember in my class we were only like 3 women. So I think I'm just passionate in doing things that that are male dominated, because when I started my engineering career, it was few, like very very few women, who are in engineering, especially mechanical engineering, because it was difficult. We deal with heavy stuff. So if including Forex, when I started Forex, I remember very well. I attended this. Okay, when I came back last year, officially saying that to myself that, what, I have to make this happen. This has to happen this year. All tools down. I have to continue with my Forex journey. And I looked for women, and I remember seeing this woman. I attended her seminar, and for me, I was looking for a mentor, especially a female mentor. And I thought that, wow, this lady is doing very well. She's in South Africa. She's very young, and she's doing so well. And I was so excited. I attended her event. It was on point. Everything was awesome. And then when it comes to now us having that one-on-one female, talk, she was not so keen. She's not, and that thing really, really like got to me, that how can one woman know how to do this and she doesn't want to empower other women? And that thing. And that's when I saw that this industry, there are males, and then there are few women who are doing very well in the Forex space. It's just that they are at the corner somewhere. They are not there to empower other women. You understand? So they don't stand out to say, women, I want to empower you. You understand? So maybe that's why we're not seeing a lot of female Forex traders. They're there. Trust me, we have good female Forex traders in South Africa that are doing so well. It's just that they don't carry other women along with them.
Christoph, good to hear that. And then, how do you handle stress? This industry, there are times whereby it's not all rosy. There are stressful times. How do you handle such stressful times? I'm talking about with your, of course, you're a mentor. We've got your students. We've got people who look up to you. How do you handle such stressful times whereby your students, maybe they are meeting some challenges, or even yourself?
Wow. Okay. I think the first thing, I think, when it comes to trading, discipline and psychology. You know, um, once you allow everything to temper with your emotions, psychology, it affects your whole trading career. So personally, I'm born again. I'm born again. I love God. I'm a Christian, if I may put it that way. So most of the time, before I start my day, before I do anything, I pray. And I'd like to refer to one incident that happened. So I have this group of women. I think they're about 700. It's a WhatsApp group. I call them peculiar sisters in Forex. So we're about 700 and something in that group. I'm mentoring those women. And I met a lot of women in that group with different characters, different, attitudes and stuff. And I got to realize why sometimes women don't want to empower other women. You know, I learned a lot from these women. You know, And I got to understand myself better as a woman as well. And I got to find my purpose as well from these women with the challenges that I get from them, because sometimes you will try to reach out to people to try and help them and they'll bite you back, So I met these kind of people. And personally, for me, I believe in prayer. So there was a time when I think it was sometime a few months ago where there was chaos in the group, like chaos. Like everyone was just fighting. And guess who they're fighting? Me, their mentor. They're fighting me, like literally, like they're fighting, And I was responding on the WhatsApp group. And for some reason, after a while, my spirit just told me to calm down and I should just leave everything as it is. And for that day, I just locked the group and I just locked the group and just allowed everyone to calm down. And I just continued with my day and, I continued with my prayers, my quiet times and all of that. Then the next day, I opened the group for everyone to raise their grievances if there's any. So I have a signals group and it's not really a signals group. I call it a live trading room. It's a WhatsApp group. So I trade with these women every single day. We trade together from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. We have our targets. So in the morning, from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., we call it unusual traders. I call them peculiar unusual traders. We called ourselves peculiar fearless traders as well. So in the morning, this lady, I send a signal. After sending a signal, we're trading. Around, normally our marathon, it's a trading marathon. Normally our marathon ends at 6. Then from there, during the day, I'll send signals there and there. So now I'm sending a signal. I think I sent a signal around 6:30. After sending that signal, maybe like 20 minutes or 5, I don't remember, but like in a short space of time, this woman sends me a voice note. She inboxes me that, Mpho, I'm seeing this a lot of money. What do I do? Do I close it? Do I do? She's so scared. It's the first time she said, I'm saying 5,000 US dollars. I'm like, what? I say to her, close it now. Then she closes that position. She opens another position. No, I think she opened like 3. And that woman, before 8 a.m. in the morning, she already made 7,000 US dollars.
Wow.
You understand? And that just blew the so that's what I'm saying to you. There are times where there's stress, depending where the stress is coming from, because stress comes in different levels, different angles. You understand? So when it comes to, for me as a mentor, I would look at it, because I can't take the stress that happens outside my cycle in terms of me being a mentor and put it into that space. So they said that the stress that was in the group, that woman's testimony changed the whole dynamics around. Like, it changed everything, and people started seeing that there's money in Forex, there's money in this trading thing, and then a few days or 1 week later, that woman posted a BMW. So she took her trading profits and she bought herself a BMW 320i. So that was big for all of us. So we were just like celebrating and all of that. So I want to say that if I handled it differently, maybe I would have lost students, So sometimes silence is key. You just keep quiet, allow people to calm down, and then when the right time comes, everyone will speak, So yeah. So that's what I normally do. If things go south, I just keep quiet and let God take control.
Wow, we saw the testimony of the BMW. If you are talking about the one that you posted on your Facebook, how did you feel? I mean, seeing one of your mentees achieving such success, how did it make you feel? I mean, we see the results.
I was excited. I don't want to lie to you. Oh my, like I couldn't stop thanking God. Because that woman, when she came to my group, she didn't even know how to place simple trade. She didn't know how to place a trade. She didn't know how to place a stop loss. She didn't know how to place take profit. you know. So she didn't know anything. She just had, and that woman, she still doesn't know how to trade. You know, that's the most interesting part. She still doesn't know how to trade. She just follows simple rules. Here is a signal. It has a TP. It has a stop loss. So now this is how you place it. This, you understand? So that's how I trade them. And another thing is that I'm a risk trader. You know, I'm a risk trader. So I'm that person who is an aggressive trader. So I, I don't advise anyone to do it, but in my trading room we do it. I don't. There are times where we trade without stop loss. So when when we trade without stop loss, I tell them that the mentality of trading is robbing a bank. Get inside the bank, rob the bank, get out. You understand? So there's no need for you to get there and ask questions, ask where the CEO's office is. You locate the safe, where the safe is, you go there straight, you locate the safe, you take the money, and don't carry what you cannot run with. Carry what the load that is enough for you to be able to run. You understand? So I just make it very interesting. So like it's so interesting. I was so excited. That's why I blasted everywhere on my Facebook, on my TikTok. Like it was just all over the place. So I was so happy. I don't want to lie to you. I was so happy.
Um, Leader Mpho, when you say you are a risky trader, please take us through your strategy because I feel like you've got something big when you say you are a risky trader, and also are you one of those who says I'm a full margin, I'll go all in? Take us through your strategy, please.
I don't want to mislead people and the next thing they're going to do what I didn't say. You know, for me, when you're in my live trading room, it makes a lot of sense because now you are there, you are following instructions. But now when you're here, you listen to me one time and then you go and apply, it might go south. But when I say that is that, for instance, depending on what we trade, you understand, they are highly volatile assets. You get my point? There's your Nasdaq, there's your gold. Then we have currencies that hardly move unless they're events. So, and then we have a synthetics market, you know, that is a 24 hours, 7 days. So it depends on what we're trading. So for me, when it comes to currencies, I trade currencies like a normal trader, like it should be traded. But when it comes to gold, sometimes I don't have to wait for TP. Sometimes you understand because anything can affect it, or Nasdaq, or Dow Jones. So anything can affect it. So now that's where I trade, like go all in or go, you know. So for some people, it, you know, it's not really um according to a trading dynamics, but for me it works for me. Sometimes you go all in and you make good money, you understand. So that's what I mean when I say that I'm a risk trader, of which, yes, I think trading is risky like any other business. So it's not really, it's just that the risk, you are in control of your risk. And once you master greed in trading, I think you master trading itself, you know.
Hey fam, we are live via Empire Finance TV. We are live via talking Forex market, how to make money in this business. Please send your comments, your on the chat section there. Please send your comments. If we've got some questions, we've got our leader here, Mpho. She's breaking down how this market functions, how this market works, and what are the opportunities that we find in this industry. Please don't miss this opportunity to get one-on-one with her. Send us some questions, guys, and let her respond to us instantly as we are live now. Mpho, what are the growth and scaling opportunities that are found in this Forex business?
I think that one will depend on you as a person, personally, you know, because I don't want to generalize, you know, the little information that I have and make it general. It all depends on you. If I may put it this way, or or move aside and look at lifestyle. There are people who say they don't have time to trade because they have this wrong concept that we trade the whole day, you know, and I don't know where they got that from. You know, they have this mindset that we trade the whole day, they don't have time to trade. You know, there are these opinions around trading that are not facts, you know. So there are a lot of opportunities depending on, for instance, there are people who like trading, who are risk takers like myself. That person might not really be interested in trading currencies. So that's where the person will trade Nasdaq gold because they're highly volatile. You understand? So for me, it all depends on you as a person. You know, what are you looking for when it comes to trading? What is it that you want? What is it that you want to achieve? Because it's not like fun. This is a serious business, and you should take it like a business. And one thing I know about trading is that it's not for, because some think it's for uneducated people. There's a lot of work that it's like a doctor's degree, a doctor's PhD. In fact, you know, for me, trading is a lot of work compared to any other income skill, because you have to be sober, like sober for you to trade. Because once you are not emotional, you are not emotionally stable, you can't trade. Once you are too excited, you can't trade. Once you are too sad, you can't trade. So it affects you. And what I like about trading, you get to know yourself better. If you thought you're not greedy, try trading. You'll see that actually every human being has that element of greediness in them, you know.
You are a mentor, and we have got a big community. Why do you choose to build a community instead of, you know what, you've got a skill, you know how to trade, you sit at home and then you deal with your computer and the charts? Why do you believe in sharing your experience and your skills with other people?
Yeah, you know, that question I ask myself every time. Why did God allow me to move into this space for other people? Let me tell you, let me be honest and truthful with you. It's not easy to carry people. I don't want to lie. It's not easy. Carrying people along is not easy. You know, and it reminds me of the scripture where God said that to Noah to build the ark, he had to put snakes, he had to put lions, he had to put all different types of animals in one this thing, you know, in one ship, you know. So it's not easy. Let me be honest with you. It's, for me, it's a calling, you know. So that is why I'm not giving up. Let me tell you something. I was sharing with someone today, and this person was telling me about another mentor, and I said, you know what, this mentor, if we have to look in the Forex industry, this person has done so well. This person has wrote 2 successful books, but there are people who call this person a scammer. But if you read this guy's book and you apply what he's teaching you, you can get that information about what Forex is. You understand? But they still call this guy a scammer. So I was like, when we grow in the industry or any other industry, you attract both the good and the bad. And unfortunately, we are not money. Not everyone will like us, whether we are doing good or not. You know, in my community of women, as much as some praise me, there are those who curse me for helping other people. You understand? So it's not easy to carry people around. Personally, if I had to choose, if this was not God's calling, I think I would have quit long ago, because it comes with insults, it comes with pressure, it comes with too much expectation. People expect so much from you, things that they themselves cannot deliver, you know. So sometimes it just gets to that point where you feel like, you know what, I'm just gonna drop this. These people are not paying me anything, so there's no need for me now to be carrying them along. You understand? So that time I'll be like, oh my God, at the end of the day, I want to change women destinies. I want to change women. It's in my heart. You know, if you look at women, some women are in abusive relationships, some they stay in marriages that won't work out because they don't have anything to do. So this thing, this calling that God has given me is to help that woman who's anywhere, whether in the bundus, as long as that woman has a WhatsApp, she can trade. Because a WhatsApp phone is a smartphone, and that WhatsApp phone can make money for her. So if she has WhatsApp, it means she has internet. So if she has internet, she can communicate with me, and I can help this woman, you know. So I wanted to give up so many times. And another thing that made me, I think, to be aligned with it is that I'm a community person. I love people. You know, I'm forever smiling. I'm forever laughing. You know, I'm just this bubbly person, you know, and I interact with people very well, you know. So, and I come from a network marketing space at the same time. So there are people who lost money in network marketing, you know, and sometimes some of those people, they lost money because I introduced them to other businesses and they did not work out. So at the same time, I wanted to give back to those people and say, guys, I introduced you to a business, it didn't work out, but now there's this Forex thing. Please come along. I will show you how to do it. Then you can make money at the comfort of your own house. If those people are interested, then, you know, I carry them along because at least I know where they're coming from, you know. So that was just that's what keeps me going, you know, most of the time, that it's just a calling. And when I look at the youth in our country, there's too much peer pressure, especially after the COVID. A lot are dropouts, a lot their parents cannot afford to take them to schools. So like it causes a lot of depression in these children, especially girls, and they end up now giving up or giving in to men to you know, to take care of them. And I was like, no, or they give in to alcohol, you know, things like that. And I was like, you know, there must be a way we can communicate to these women or to these teenagers, or if I call it the youth of our country. So that's what I want to do. You know, I want to build. In fact, what I'm doing right now, I think it will be ready by God's grace in January. I'm going to launch my own academy as well, where I will be teaching. You know, in fact, what I want to do is that I don't want to just teach Forex, but my main thing will be Forex, because that's the easiest thing that anyone can do in any part of the world. Thank you, sir.
That's so powerful. It's so touching as well when you say you're not doing this, for the love of money, so to say, but you've got passion. You know, money is secondary. I would say that money is secondary, but passion, you know, that belief that if I can touch 2 souls, 3 souls, 1,000 souls out there, I would have done my part. I would have actually achieved whatever I want to achieve. That's so touching. That's so powerful. And coming back, let's go back now. Talk about women in Forex, empowering women. How do you empower women? I know we've touched on it, but I want us to take it step by step now to say, how do you empower women? How do you introduce women to this space? And what's your goal? What's your vision? Where do you think this goal, this dream is going to take you to?
Okay. You know, how do I empower them? It's in different ways. But besides that, there's this this thing that I read somewhere. It says one of the greatest sources of illness in the world is an empty wallet. If you want to decrease the number of people suffering, just give them a chance to earn an honest living. You know, so that's how I empower women. I give them a chance to earn an honest living, you know, through trading, through Forex, you know. And like I said before, like the woman who bought a BMW in from one of my students, she's not the only one. It's just that she's the first one who bought something big. But I have women in my group. Normally, if I may go back, when it comes to my unusual trading room, we have targets. And like I said to you, I'm a rich trader. So unusual trading from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. It's a 2-hour trading marathon. The first target from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. it's $100. That's like 2,000 rands. From 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., that's another $100, which is $200. So how am I empowering women? I'm empowering women through Forex so that they have an honest living and they get financial freedom. They get to afford things. I'll send a signal. I don't know if you've checked on my Instagram. I'll send a signal. Maybe like 10 minutes later, someone made $100. So that's how I empower them. You get my point? So when I started, I was actually, I used to have Zoom calls where I would do free Zoom classes and explain to them, this is a candlestick, this is a this. But at the same time, it's time consuming. And when you do things for free, some people don't really appreciate it. There's no value in free things. I think, there's no value in free things. So out of 700 in the group, I'll have less than 10 people. Less than 20 or 30 people or 50 people attending the class, So I think maybe another thing was that maybe it's free, I'll attend it next time. But the knowledge that I'm giving them there, I did not acquire it for free. You understand? So how I empower them through knowledge in terms of Forex, what the Forex is and all of that, and empower them through signals. Signals is now they're making money, because I got to realize that starting without making money, you are hungry. And I'm telling you, go and read Candlestick Bible. Hungry. There's nothing that you will learn from there. You want money to buy bread. So I must offer solutions to women. Then from there, I will tell you now, you know what? Don't be ignorant. If I send you a signal, ask yourself, how does she generate a signal? Then that's when now the real empowerment comes in, because that's when now you start learning how to trade. Because now you are just following my lead, So that's how I empower them. I empower them through signals, through knowledge, through being there for them as well, I think. Because the things that women share sometimes, in my inbox and all of that, but I'm there for women, honestly speaking. It's just my calling.
When you talk about 4 a.m., is that a figurative statement, or is it real? You guys start your day as early as that time?
It's shocking. Eh? I know. I think I was working out of my office in Rosebank, and I was asking God that, what is that unique thing that most of the time I have conversations with the Holy Spirit, most of the time. And that's where I get this crazy ideas from. And I want to be unique. That's why the company name is Peculiar. If you understand the meaning of a peculiar person, is a unique person, a person that stands out. You understand? So you cannot be around me and you're not making money. There must be something wrong. There's no way. You understand? So I was walking out of my office, and then I was just having a conversation with the Holy Spirit, and that's when I received the idea to have a trading marathon. So I remember that day God gave me, I have a 6 to 6 a.m. trading marathon. We trade for literally 12 hours. And it's something that, yes, we trade for 12 full hours. So we do that every Wednesday. Every Wednesday, 6 to 6. Every last day of the month, 6 to 6. 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. We trade.
Yes.
And I don't know if we have women that are in my group, that are in my 4 a.m. group. We wake up at 4 a.m. We trade from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. So it's standard. We all know that our day. And another thing, remember that some people are working, So for them to trade during the day is not possible. But they are able to trade from 4 a.m. to 6 a.m., in the comfort of your own home, So, okay, here's Amanda. Yes, Amanda from Cape Town. She's in Cape Town. She's one of my students. Hi, Amanda.
You know what? We are learning something here. This is discipline. It goes further to discipline. take us through about discipline and planning your day. How do you manage your day? You actually telling us something. This is out of normal.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I told you, being peculiar is doing extraordinary things, and
Yeah.
achieving extraordinary things as well, extraordinary results. So how do you plan your day? My day starts at 4. In fact, it doesn't start at 4 because I have to wake up early and analyze the market, So yeah, so I always say to people, it depends on you. If it's either you own the farm or you buy spinach from food lovers, So me, because I provide signals, it means I own the farm. So these ones who are getting signals from me, it means they buy spinach from food lovers. So it's a lot of work, to be honest. You need to be disciplined. First of all, you need to know, why are you doing this? I think this is a very common question. They ask this question everywhere. What is your why? What is your why? What is your why? And I think we don't really get to understand this question very well. Why are you doing this? Why do you wake up at 4 a.m.? Why must I wake up at 4 a.m.? Because sometimes I don't trade. Sometimes I'm not trading, but I have to wake up at 4 a.m. because I have these women who believe so much in me and I cannot disappoint them. So I have to wake up at 3 a.m. and start analyzing, and then 4 a.m. In fact, our agreement in the group is that 3:55 they have to send a good morning message to me first to check in. We call it check-in time. So from 3:55 a.m. they have to check in. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Then from 4 a.m. I'll send a prayer. Or if it's a new week, I'll send declarations for the new week. No matter what, we cannot trivialize the fact that we need to put God first in everything. So we do yes, here's the lady who bought the BMW Mashadi.
Wow.
From TikTok as well. How are you, Mashadi? So distance is not a barrier, guys. Distance is not a barrier at all. This is a woman who sent me a voice note saying, Mpho, I can't breathe. I'm seeing 5,000 US dollars.
Yo, yeah. Where do you get such energy? I mean, you guys are doing extraordinary things. Where do you get such energy and such discipline? I'm still, I'm still excited. I'm still amazed by the discipline you guys put into this business.
You know what? It's for me. Sometimes I tell them I don't know how I do it. Honestly speaking. Sometimes I tell them I don't know how I do it. It is just by the grace of God. It is God giving us the strength. It's just God. I don't want to lie, because if I have to use yes, here's Trevor. So this is the only guy in the group, in the female. So he sent a message and asked, do we join as men? I said, my brother, you just blew your cover.
Yes, in fact, I've got another question here. Someone says, do you only help women?
No, I don't only help women. I help everyone. Everyone who needs my services, I help them, regardless of gender. I help everyone who needs help. So whether you're male, you're female, I help you. It's just that I'm more, passionate, and this gender, women, is not an easy gender to work with. I think if I was a man, maybe I would work easily with women. But from a woman to a woman, it is just God helping us, honestly speaking. It's not easy. For me, I came into the industry with the mindset of the only time to look at a woman down is when you look at her shoes. But you find that there are women who are, even if you try to lift them up, they don't want to be lifted, So, but at the end of the day, God is just helping us. So yeah, if for me, I say passion is everything, passion is everything. If you get tired, of what you're doing, your passion will drive you. Your passion will wake you up. Your passion will always remind you of, why are you doing this? You get my point? So then money is secondary, honestly speaking. If you can ask all of these women, when it comes to, they inbox me and all of that. And when I did our Zoom, we used to trade even on Zoom and all of that. When I started with them, I think if the first, they never paid anything. You understand? They never paid, not even a dime. You know, then when I introduced the signals, that's the only thing that they pay for, which is a signals subscription to my signals channel. So when you subscribe to the signals channel, you're automatically part of my trading room. Then you will trade with me.
All right. When it comes to journaling your trades, how do you do it? And also tell us about your risk management. How do you manage your risk? And of course, you share it with your community. You've got a big community. Tell us about journaling your trades.
Like I said to you, that when it comes to me and doing what the masses are doing, I'm doing what is contrary to what everyone else is doing. Like I said to you, that I don't really, I know that when it comes to trading, they will teach you risk 1% of your equity, risk 3%. You understand? Fine. I'm not disputing the fact that we must look at our risk management. I always preach it in my group, but at the same time, for me, it's about managing the level of your greed. Once you manage greed, you manage trading. You understand? Because I can say to you, risk 1% or risk 3%, and your equity is only $20. But what is 1% of $20? It will take you very long to get to freedom. You understand? So, as yes, it makes sense
All
for
right.
people who have big accounts.
Oh yes,
So
yes,
because
yes.
because we're trading a highly volatile market, depending on what we're trading per time, we are those people. Like for instance, if you check Mashadi's testimony, she deposited I think $200. She blew it. She deposited $50. She grew $50 to like 100, and gradually she grew it to 7,000 US dollars. That morning, I remember she had 600 US dollars. You understand? So from 629 US dollars, she grew 629 US dollars to 7,000 US dollars within a space of 3 hours. So for me, that one, when it comes to, it depends on what we're trading, it depends on your equity. And for me, I want them to master the art of greediness. And we are on top of it.
All right.
Yes.
People always say we only talk about positive situations, positive traits, positive outcome. Do you perhaps have any negative outcome in your business, in your community as such?
Yes, we do. There's no business that does not have advantages and disadvantages. You know, there's nothing like, it's just that when it comes to trading, I always say patience in trading is a virtue. You know, we have negative, we have those people. I'll send the signal, the same signal, one person will make money, one person will lose money. You know, so always in trading, if you can check, it is the impatient that loses money to the patient. Because now those ones who are impatient, they've not got to that level of mastering emotions. So when they trade, they have palpitations. They're watching their trade, like you understand. Then the patient one is just relaxed. They're calm. They've mastered emotions. So there's no business where you just be making money and you're not losing money. Personally, people think that I don't lose because they always see, if I post my losses, I'm sure I'll discourage a lot of them. Because my losses, as much as my gainings are big, my losses are extremely big. You understand? So when I lose, I'll lose 1,400 US dollars. Whereas they will lose $30, $50. You know, so I can't show them 1,400 US dollars lost. When I gain, I show them 5,000 US dollars.
Profound, yeah.
So, so I just look at the people that I deal with. Well, only when you inbox me and you talk to me on a one-on-one, that's when I tell you, my dear, I lose money as well. I'm not above the law. You know, I'm not above. It's just like a policeman. If he commits a crime, he goes to jail. So even myself, if I don't if I don't apply if I don't apply wisdom, I go against my trade or against my trading rules. Trust me, I will lose money. So some people will send me a message, "Oh, please trade for me. You are making money." I'm like, my dear, consistency in everything is key. I disagree. I don't really like it when people want to pass on their responsibility to someone else. I'm in this space to empower women. Then you come to me, you ask me to trade for you. How am I empowering you if I'm trading for you? For me, I was saying to them the last time that when you tell me to trade for you, it's like you have a naughty child and you can't raise this naughty child. You want to take this child to another family for them to take responsibility and just raise this child. When the child is ready and well groomed, the child will come. So the outcome of the child is not really on you. You understand? So people need to take responsibility. Consistency of everything that you do on a daily basis, you will end up mastering it. Trust me. If you trade every day, even if you trade 30 minutes a day, you are better than someone who's not trading at all. Even if you don't win, it's a loss and a loss and a loss. You learn something from it. That's why I always say, get a book. When they send me losses, I ask them the first question: how did you lose? Why did you lose? Some will be honest and say, I was greedy. Some, they want to blame the market. I said the market is always right. That's one thing you should know. Taking responsibility is everything, because tomorrow, if you don't take responsibility and you lie to yourself that it's the market's fault, tomorrow you will apply the same thing and you will lose again. That's where your journey will be cut short and your destiny in terms of trading. Tomorrow you will say trading is not for us, it's for so. Of which there's nothing like that. Trading is for everyone who wants to make money, everyone who's willing to learn and unlearn, and learn continually.
Profound. That's powerful. People will ask, can someone trade full time and sustain their life, or you need to have another income somewhere and then take trading as a part time? What would you say on that?
For me, it depends on where the person is coming from. Number one, let's say you are working, you are a teacher. So I cannot generalize the answer. Number one, why am I not generalizing the answer? Who's asking me the question? Is this person employed? Is this person unemployed? Is this an entrepreneur? You understand? So I have to look at who's asking me the question. I wouldn't advise anyone to quit their job for trading. But I would advise everyone who's working to take trading aside as a side hustle. Once they are like consistent in making profits, consistent now in making more money like than what they're making from their bus John, it makes sense to quit. But at the same time, start another business. Trading is a business that can make you a lot of money for you to go and start something that you've been dreaming of, something that you're passionate in. Like people who want to build rooms. Where will you get money to build rooms? You can get from trading. There are people who want to build schools. People have different dreams. You understand? So for me, I would say to such people that depending on where this person is coming from. And if it's a business person, I'll still tell the person that trade. Like for instance, I have a 4 a.m. to 6 a.m. It does not disturb anyone's lifestyle. It does not disturb anyone's schedule. I meant to say, you can still wake up at 4 a.m., 6 a.m. You make your money, you go back to work, or you go back to your business. You understand? So if someone comes from a different point or angle, this person is not working at all, then do I advise this person to go and look for a job, or do I advise this person to start trading? Obviously, this person has been looking for a job for many years. You understand? So that's why this person came across me. So I would advise that person, no, you can trade full time. You can, personally, I'm trading. I'm a full-time trader. I don't do anything else, So it's possible you can make good money in terms of, but don't look at other people's results, how much other people are making. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. It takes time. Gradually, you will get there. So people must be patient with themselves and not be in so much haste, in terms of I want it now. We want microwave success. It cannot happen like that. Thank you.
Mpho, you are a qualified engineer. Where are you using your qualification, and do you see yourself using your qualification anytime soon?
Oh, no, definitely, definitely not. Definitely, the last time I worked was 2010. So,
2010, which is
yeah, so,
12, 13 years ago.
yeah, so I'm definitely not going back to Bas John. And if I was at Bas John, I wouldn't have lived the life that I lived. I wouldn't have achieved the things I achieved in life. I wouldn't have traveled to the countries that I've traveled. I wouldn't have. I don't want to lie to you. So, there's no way I can go back there. You know, it's like you've tasted the honey. You understand? So it's like you have been taken out of Egypt to the land of milk and honey. You have tasted it. How do you go back to Egypt? So there's no way I can go back to Egypt. So I encourage everyone, guys, come, here's the honey. And the honey is a lot, for everyone. So this cake is just too big. I can't finish it, and I can't, Thank you.
You also mentioned earlier MLM, network industry. Would you say you have found your home in the Forex space, in the Forex industry? Have you found your calling? How do you describe it in terms of comparing the MLM and the Forex market? Of course, I know some people, they push all of them because they more of, there's a thin line between the network marketing and of course the Forex industry. But what's your take on that?
Okay, for me, in fact, I don't think there's a thin line between the two. They are two different, honestly and sincerely speaking, they're two different industries that operate differently, because if we have to look at the MLM industry, it's based on maybe a product, and an individual has to build a network of people, and this individual will earn money based on the sales of his own efforts and the group's efforts, depending on how many sales they make. And when you look at the Forex industry, when it comes to Forex, the Forex industry now, it's a system where we have these currencies or different assets, commodities, you name them. We buy and sell shares. You are in control of your business. You understand? So you own it, you open your own account, you trade from your own account. If you blew your money, you know what happened. You understand the dynamics behind everything. So when it comes to network marketing, you're not in control. The company can shut down anytime. You can be sleeping, but next day you wake up, it's written 404. You understand? So you don't have control. But with Forex is totally different because you have control of your business. You shut down anytime, you open anytime. With MLM, it's different, you know. So you get commissions based on if you are going to sell products. If I'm not going to sell this product, then that means I'm not going to make money. You understand? So my income is based on me selling this product or a network of people selling this product. So when it comes to Forex, it depends on me. You know, the whole like responsibility is placed on me.
Hello, fam. We are live via Temper Finance TV. We are with Mpho. She's unpacking powerful insights into the Forex industry. So, yeah, we're still here. Please send your comments on the comment section, guys. Let us hear what's your take on this session. I'll be checking the questions here on comment section. Please give me a sec. Let me check the questions. All right, let's go into the questions. Someone says, how do we join? What is the minimum amount to fund the account? Are we going to have some lessons or we learn as we go?
How do we join? This question sounds like a question from network marketing.
Oh, how do we join Bitcoin? How do we join Bitcoin? Or how do we join this network? All right.
Guys, you're not joining anything, please. You're just starting your journey in terms of Forex. So we are not joining anything. Anyways, Faith. Faith Lekau, I think I know Faith. I think we went to the same church together in Pretoria. You know, but I just want to shout out to everyone who's on this call. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. I see each and every one of you. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Peculiar sisters in Forex. Unusual traders. I see you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, so for now I don't charge anything. My mentoring program, everything is now I'm doing it for free. The reason why is that once you charge people, hey, people come with big expectations. They want you now. You don't have your life, you know. So that's why I was doing everything for free until I launched my own academy that is launching by the grace of God. It should launch in January. So yes, so how do you join my movement? I think they'll share my contacts, and I'm on Facebook, guys. I'm on Instagram. I think our host will share my phone number so that you can reach out to me on my WhatsApp in terms of how to join my signals group. Because right now we're approaching December, so we are planning to have a class. It's going to be a free class. Yeah, obviously we always do free classes. I think few people have attended our classes here. And yeah, we will do the class in Rosebank if we have to do it. It's just that we are looking at the fact that we are getting into a very busy season. Most people are busy. I doubt if you guys will be able to hear anything if we have to teach you Forex right now, you know. So what you can do is that for me, we will start with your demo. Don't rush into it. But let's start with your demo. Trade your demo at least for a week. You know, trade a demo. When I send signals, place them on a demo and treat your demo like a real account. You know, take it like this is a real account that I'm trading. And my advice to everyone who joins and if I can say joins my mentorship is that normally when you get a demo account, you get 10,000. They fund 10,000 US dollars. So because you won't be able to fund with 10,000 US dollars, blow that account to an amount that is minimum to what you can afford. When it comes to funding your account, guys, you can fund your account with as minimum as $10. You know, $10, $20, $30, $50. That's like 200 rands. So you can fund your account with a minimum of 200 rands, and you can grow it. You know, so if you blow your account, your demo to a minimum account, maybe like you know that you'll be able to fund with 2,000 rands. So blow your demo to $100, which is plus minus 2,000 rands, and grow it from there. You will see that's when you'll now be able to understand your strength, your weaknesses. That's when you get to understand, where you're making mistakes and all of that. So my advice is that let's start first with the demo. Then once you feel confident enough, that's when we move into your but don't trade a demo for too long. 1 week is enough, because I send more than 30 signals a day. I send a lot of signals in one day. So my advice is that try by all means to be consistent, in making profits. Just be consistent in your journey, in your career as a forex trader. And also it depends on what is it that you're looking for. Are you looking for a business that can pay you $100 a week, or $100 a day? Or what is your target? What is your dream? What is your what is your plan? What is it that you want to achieve when you want to start trading? And when you feel that you're under pressure, you want money today, don't trade, because it might affect your trading style. You might make mistakes that will cost you your account. So if you experience a trail of losses, just stop for the day. And even if you make too much money, just stop, because too much excitement might make you to lose money as well. So once you reach your target, depending on how much you want to make a day, once you reach that target, make sure that you stop trading for the day.
All right, people can't wait to start. People
Yes,
can't wait
I
to
see
start
someone from
because
my chat. Guys, thank you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Blowing kisses to all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys. Sorry, host.
someone wants to start this evening. It's because they heard that you trade from 4 a.m. So they want to start this evening.
Yeah.
All right. Personal questions now. We are about to close, guys. All right. Do you think, or are you going to be a billionaire one day?
Yeah, definitely. Most definite. That one is not even a secret. I'm going to be the next female billionaire very soon. No doubt about it.
All right, nice one, nice one. So you're gonna be a billionaire, Mpho Malefane, billionaire on the Forbes
Yes,
magazine.
yes, definitely. I will be a billionaire. Trust me on that one. I will be a billionaire. I'm definitely sure about that. It's my inheritance. So I will be a billionaire.
Great
Thank you,
stuff.
thank you. I appreciate you too.
Great stuff. We'll be waiting to see you gracing our magazine and the internet, break the internet. Who's your Forex icon, to say someone that you look up to, someone who impress you, someone that you say, this person, is my idol in the space? Do you have such, and do you mind sharing with us?
Oh, I don't really have an idol, if I may put it that way. And I have forex mentors, if I may put it in that bracket. Not really an idol, but there are people that I'm learning from. There are people that I've learned from, even in the space. There are people that have contributed in my journey, in my career, as a female forex trader. So I do have those people. And the person that really made me to be in the forex industry, when I didn't know anything about forex, back then, when I started this forex journey, was Ref Wayne. That was the first guy that I saw doing forex and doing very, very well. That made me really want to know more about this forex thing. And that's one person, I think, in South Africa that I got to learn from, especially from a distance. And today, funny part, I'm called Ref Wayne Wamosati, So whenever, I don't know if you guys have seen, so whenever I'll be meeting with Ref Wayne, because we have a lot of similarities in terms of we want to grow with people. We have this passion, of empowering people. He has the same passion as well. So I remember when we were at this event around May, and we were just talking, myself, himself, and Lisiba, and we mentioned and we spoke about the forex industry, is like the challenges and all of that, and the fact that we are still standing, regardless of what we face. And one person who has made me to now go back to the drawing board and start learning forex is this mentor from Ghana. His name is Mark Brain. He has really contributed a lot, in terms of skill, and giving himself to help me in achieving a lot of things in terms of trading. And another mentor that helped me in my career is Joe. Blessing, and the guy is from Zimbabwe. He has been a true, his whole family, in fact, have been a true blessing in my life. And I think he's the one who made me to be a risk trader because the guy is a risk trader. Like, he's aggressive. He's an aggressive trader. So the guy has helped me a lot, in terms of a lot of things. We talk literally every single day, and I'm learning a lot from this guy. The guy is doing very, very well, and I say shout out to those guys. I thank them for contributing in my career as a woman. It's funny that I didn't even mention one female trader. I only mentioned men only, like I said, that it's difficult, or yeah, it's difficult to find women who empower other women, and women has that thing, that has that gift. God has given us that gift to empower other women. But the world system has made us so envious to that extent that we want to always be at the top. And if someone else is doing well, we feel like that person will take over our shine. I have a belief, in fact, is my spiritual mother who taught me that if you have a candle and someone's candles is off, you light that person's candle. It doesn't take away your candle, your light, your shine. It doesn't take away anything from there. So people, women, I encourage women to stop this thing of being envious, this thing of being jealous of other women's success. I don't understand why women are like this, and women are womb carriers. As a womb carrier, you should be able to carry another woman and build this other. No matter, I deal with women that sometimes I feel I will save that person. So attitude. And I'll say to myself, I will never talk to this person again. The way women can provoke, at times. And, after some time, I'll find myself reaching out to that same person and talking to that person. So I think that we need to change our attitude. We need to change our mindset. We just need to change, as women, and embrace each other and fix each other's crowns. I always say in the group that women, we must fix each other's crowns. So I would love to see more women, not laughing at another woman's challenges, but covering her up, and embracing each other and say, no, your crown is few. Let me fix your crown. This is how we do it. This is how we do it. You understand? So these are the kind of women that I want to raise. Personally, I want to raise those women who has that kind of mindset. So women, let us change, please. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Do you mind if I can share your numbers, or you want me to share your Instagram?
No, you can share my numbers.
All right. Thank you, guys. Of course, guys, do not forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Go to YouTube, subscribe, and share this video to as many people so that they can get this information that our leader here is sharing with us. Let's liberate Africa, guys. Let's liberate the world. Let's start with Africa to the world. Africa to the world. And of course, let's not forget, it's all about women today. It's women in Forex. All right, here's the number. I see a lot of inquiries on chat section. They are looking for your number, guys. Here's the number. Is it the one? Did I write it correctly? Please, let's fix it if it's not correctly
It is
written.
correct.
But
It is
yeah,
correct.
here's the number, guys. I see a lot of people here want the contacts. Here's the number. Mpho. Right. In few words, tell someone who's sitting there at home that Forex is real, because people don't believe Forex is real. People have been clouded with so much scams, with so much, misinformation. In few words, assure someone there that Forex is a real deal. You can go.
Oh my God. What assurance do they really want? Hey, I don't know. Assurance is a lot of things, to people. I think so. Some people believe in material. Some people believe in materials. Some people believe in, facial looks, material. I don't know. But for me, guys, Forex is real. I don't know how to answer this question. I'm getting a lot of ideas in my mind, and I don't know where to start in terms of how do I encourage another woman and say, my dear, Forex is real. Oh my God. Machete has already shown that Forex is real, because sometimes I avoid sharing my own personal testimonies or achievements, because people feel, it's you have been there, So I prefer, even if you can check on my Instagram on under testimonials, you will see that it's other people, different people, at different levels, at different times. So it just shows that Forex is real, guys, and the market is real. The market can make you or break you. That's one thing you should know. The market is risky. Forex is so real that you can lose your money. Forex is so real that you can make money. It depends on your approach. So that's what I can say in terms of Forex is real, So let's go out there, guys. Let's make some money. And yeah, I'm looking forward to working with all of you and empowering you guys, Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Leadership Mpho. Thank you so much for coming through to this channel, and hopefully you come visit us one more time in the near future. Thank you so much.
Okay. Do we have any questions? Maybe if they would like to ask questions, maybe they can just.
All right. If you still want us to go, yeah, let's check. If there are questions here. Because I know you are a busy person, I can tell you, to pin you down to come to this live show, it took me so many months for. And whenever I phone you, you are so busy. You are a busy person. I can tell you are a busy person. And when you say you wake up at 4 a.m., I can't dispute that. That's real, because I've seen the work rate, the way you work, and the effort, all the effort, that the energy that you put into this business is amazing.
Okay.
All right, says, can we have a WhatsApp group for basic notes while waiting for class trainings?
Okay. There is a WhatsApp group. Yeah, I'll just add you in that WhatsApp group, and I'll try to add as many content as I can. And in that WhatsApp group, I'll do that. I'll add more content, more notes, and then yeah, we'll take it from there. It's just that, guys. One thing I want people to know is that there's a right way of learning. And I want. I want you guys to understand that there's a right way of learning. I don't think that you will go and learn how to be a doctor under a tree. That's cool. We can't it's not recognized. You understand? So let us not cut corners. Our problem is that, number one, we don't know. You want to know how to trade, guys. It's not easy as you see it. it takes a lot of time, a lot of discipline, a lot of effort. You understand? So there are certain things, there are certain lifestyles that you need to cut off. If you watch too much TV, just cut off 1 hour and focus on learning this skill. It's a high income skill. That's one thing we should know, that Forex is a high income skill. So you cannot just walk into it with ignorance. You can't. You need to acquire the skill and acquire it the right way. You can't go on YouTube and watch every single video. If I'm not against YouTube or studying on YouTube, but at the same time, you might not, if it was possible, you would find a lot of courses on YouTube, you know. So it just shows that it's not something that you can learn. You can learn from it, the basics maybe, but you cannot master from YouTube. So let us learn the right way of doing things. Once you learn the right way of doing things, trust me, you will master it, and you master it for the rest of your life. You get the skill once. Once you get the skill, you know it for the rest of your life. Nobody can take it from you. And wherever you are, you can make money. I'll go for, like, for instance, this afternoon, I just went to pick up my children from school, you know. So as I was waiting, I would check the market and I'll see an opportunity. I'll just dive in and I'll dive out, you know. So because I have the skill. So if you don't have the skill, it's a bit difficult for you to maneuver around it. So right now, yes, you can you can do the basics and stuff. But once my January, make up your mind that I'm giving myself this year, I'm going to learn this trading thing once and for all, and see where your life will be. You owe yourself a lot of things. You owe yourself that life that you promised yourself. So you have to do it. You have to do it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right.
So those who
Okay.
were asking if Forex is real, I see a question: do we contact you direct, or do you have WhatsApp link? You can contact me, but that number is my WhatsApp number. So you can contact me direct, or you can use the, either way, it's fine. But I would prefer WhatsApp.
All right. No, great stuff. Yeah, I don't see much more questions. I think we can call it a day. Yeah, thank you so much, leadership. Thank you. So much information was shared here. People are excited. People can't wait to start. Some want to start this evening. All right,
People
there
want
we
this.
go.
People want this. This is money, guys. This is money. This is real money. This one. If you ask me if Forex is real, check it out. If you ask me if Forex is real, is this real or fake?
Oh, so this is Pala Pala. This is Pala Pala Farm Gate, ne?
So my last statement will be: are you making money, or it's a long story?
All right. Yes. Are you making money, or it's a long story?
You guys were sending comments and all of that. Let's answer this question: are you making money, or it's a long story? Please answer, guys. Is it a long story, or are you making money? So let's cut the story short, guys. Let's start making money.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Thank you so much for hosting me.
All right, thank you, Kathy. I see Kathy there. Thank you so much for coming through. Thank you for the support, guys. These are soldiers that I know in the space. You know, they always do support. Thank you so much, Kathy. And it's a long story. That's Maele. It's a long story. That's Prince.
Story short, guys. Yes, tell them. I was telling them, guys, please don't call me leadership. You make me feel like I'm an
Okay, all right. Okay, yeah, I've met one or two leaders in this. How do you want to be called?
No, don't call me Forex. And don't call me leadership, please.
And your mentee knows that. She knows all about that. Now that's leadership where your community understands you very well. That's leadership.
Yes. My mentor says that if you want to judge me, judge me based on my students' performances. Judge me based on my students' achievements. So if you want to judge me, guys, look at my students.
No, that's true. That's true. No, thank you so much, Lita Mpho. Thank you. Hopefully, we shall host another live very soon.
Thank you. Thank you so much for hosting me. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, everyone, guys. Thank you. I appreciate your time. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your testimonies, your comments. Thank you. I love you so much, guys, with the love of God. Thank you so much. Watching us from UK. Wow. That's beautiful, Prince. Thank you. Looking forward to talking to you. Thank you. Yeah, it's a long story. We'll cut it short. Don't worry. It's no longer a long story. You can't know me and you're not making money. Trust me, you can't. You have to tap into this anointing, and you must make money. So yeah. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good night.
All right, be in the background. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for coming through. Please do not forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. Go to Empire Finance TV and subscribe. Then share this live video, guys, to everyone, to all your friends, and watch it again, guys. Go to YouTube. It's always going to be there on YouTube. Watch it again so that you can learn, get that motivation, get all that information, guys. And of course, guys, we also have copy trading. Copy trading, this is whereby you copy the trades of experts on the platform. So yes, here's the number on the screen. If you want to do copy trading, do contact us. The number on the screen. Follow the expert. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Let me see. I see there is a comment. All right, it's just all right. Bye, guys. Good night, everyone. Love you all. Thank you so much. Love you too. Super.